Hello, Vexkin here, and I have another TO video about Kingdom Hearts key back cover. This time about who the traitor is. After seeing the movie, we still don't know who actually the traitor is, or do we? I will go over every foreteller as to why he or she may or may not be the traitor. To start off, we got Ava. I think we can all agree that her actions are the most suspected and kind-hearted. I don't think for a second that she could be the traitor. She tries to keep the Keyblade wielders alive after the Keyblade Wars, so for me she has scrapped out of the traitor part very easily. Next up is Envy. She does have some questionable scenes where she reported back to Ira after talking to the other foretellers, but I don't think she is a traitor either. She has to observe everyone because that's what the master calls her, of course. She seemed kind enough and has a beautiful scene to me with Ava, almost at the end, and really wants to find out who the traitor is. Sadly, I do have to say she was very quick to conclude that Assad was the traitor at some point, but of course she was being attacked by him. Still, I don't think she is the traitor at any cost. Then we have Assad. I think a lot of people were speculating that Assad was a big possibility as a traitor, to be honest. Um, he does have a lot of hard moments to go for. For example, he did attack Envy. He then strikes Gula. Uh, After that, Gula, of course, said he was the traitor. He also didn't really want Ira to be the leader, which can lead to a motive to rebel, because let's face it, Assad isn't someone who likes to sit around and do nothing, which leads to my conclusion. I don't think he is the traitor either. Before Envy said he was the traitor, she did say to Ira that she thinks his heart is still fighting for the light, because the only thing that Assad wanted to do is find the traitor and eliminate the threat, even going beyond the master teachings. To me, um, he seems to have the right intentions, but he's doing it the hard way, maybe the wrong way. It's not always the right one, but in the end, for me, he isn't the traitor. Now, we got Ira. To be honest, even watching the movie, I feel we don't have a lot of uh, we don't know him a lot. He was probably the foreteller who got the least amount of screen time in the movie, except for Lucio. Of course, so going on what we did see, he seems calm and collected in the start, pretty good leader, not bad of course, because he was pretty new at it. He phoned the Dark Charity and confronted the others about it. He could have handled it better, in my opinion, but it was the right decision nonetheless to make, to show everyone the Dark Charity and saying there's a traitor, but he didn't do it all that well for me. After that, we only saw him maybe twice, maybe three times after that. He was a bit darker all those times and more aggressive. He was also quick to judge. At some points, it was Asset who was the traitor when, of course, Andy went back to tell him about the alliance between Gula and Asset. And then after that, we saw him one more time when he wanted to confront Gula, but Ava stopped him, and Ava mentioned to Envy that his eyes were dark, kinda, and almost seems to really intend to strike Gula down. So it's pretty weird though that she said that, even though Ira did only want to see the lost page, of course, which Gula had. With all that said though, I think it's the same as with Assad, he just wanted to know the truth and Gula had the lost page, like I said. So I don't think he's the traitor either. And now for the last of the five foretellers, we got Gula. To me, Gula seems a smart guy, but could be dangerous at some points. the master bestowed the lost page to him so that Gula can find out who the traitor is, which is weird in its own way. We had to notice. He had also to notice it because the different roles they get. More on about more on that a bit later. So Gula had some pretty weird scenes to me, in the sense that how he acts towards his comrades, the other four players. When he accidentally told that Assad, when he accidentally told Assad that and he asked him to back off out of the alliance, he casually scrubbed it off like, uh-oh, my bad that you found out. So to me it was really weird the way he said it, you know? Also, when he calls after Ava, just before Ava, Envy, and Buddha strike down Assad, he calls her and like kind of rush, like, okay, I need somebody to back me up in this, but it was a weird kind of thing. He also wanted to summon Kingdom Hearts so he could get so the master would come back, of course, but that could also lead to the debate war. But all in all, if he had some, even though he had some very questionable scenes, I do think his heart is in the right place. So no, I don't think he's the traitor either. But yeah, by this point, you probably think about, come on, Vexen, you can beat the traitor. If there's nothing in those 5 people, who is the traitor? Well, we still have 2 more people we can talk about. First is of course Luciu. He has an important job to give the Keyblade of the Master to his pupil and so forth, but he has nothing to do with what is happening in Daybreak Town itself. So even if there are a lot of scenes we didn't know or didn't get with Luciu, I don't think he's the traitor by any chance. What? Another one not being the traitor? You don't mean. Well, yeah, actually, I do mean it. I think the Master of Master is plotting all of this. I don't think there is a traitor to begin with. Let me explain. We got the Book of Prophecies of the Master who has the traitor page in it. So, who's to say this page wasn't specifically created for this point? The page is legit. You see him shred it so he could give it to Gula. But to me, I think this page was specifically created so there would be doubt between the 5 foretellers, and that the Master always wanted this to happen. I even think, my theory goes so far as to even think the Dark Charity and the bangle is also his doing, so that Ira could find the Dark Charity and started the traitor accusation. He knew all of this was going to work because of Luciu. Why Luciu? Well, he had, like I said, the no-name Keyblade with a master eye in it, so he could see the future, and because he could see the future, he knew exactly what he could do to make the foretellers turn on each other, create the Keyblade War and make the light expire so that Luciu could transcend to the new world and be the master of that world. I do have to correct myself, and my Master of Master discussion video I said he could be in Kingdom Hearts 3. It is confirmed though, he isn't going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3, but he will be mentioned. So my statement, however, states that he will be more dangerous than Xehanort, and he will be a bigger role in future installments. Like I said previously about when I talked about Gula, about the difference in their roles, and that Gula could see who's the traitor if the roles were if they deviate for their roles. Well, we don't know how the Master of Masters acted before this movie, and I do have to say a few times, almost every foreteller acted surprised when or how the Master of Masters acted. So maybe the Master of Masters acted differently than the way he used to be. So maybe that's also a point to consider if he is the traitor, let's say. But to summarize it up, I don't think any of the foretellers are the traitor. It was all a setup from the Master of the Masters to make his plan work so that the Keyblade War commander. I don't know what happens to the 5 other foretellers, of course. I have another theory video on that one after the Keyblade War. But still, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please discuss further down below. Like, subscribe, and Vexton, and I'm out.